Start playing your kazoo, asshole. Yes! 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 Yes!
Woo! Yes!
Yes! Woo! All right, welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom. I am a fantasy sports addict, and I am sad about the retirement of Daniel Bryan.
That yes was for you.
It was a tribute.
And we are now retiring the yes.
Are we retiring? Yes.
It is going up in the fantasy
The rafters.
rafters.
Okay. All right. Yes goes into the rafters because no. Bad news. Daniel Bryan, if you're a fan of wrestling, which we apparently are. I didn't know we were fans of wrestling, Ryan, but we are, I guess. So, Daniel Bryan, we hardly knew ye. That's too bad. What a great intro. We would have used his actual theme music, but, we don't want to get copyright flagged again for the, umpteen trillionth time. So, Ryan played it on the kazoo, and I thought that was beautiful. That was a moving tribute, Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to think I'm getting better with my kazoo work. I'm trying. I practice at night. Drives me like crazy.
Ryan's just sitting there in his bedroom, reading music sheets, practicing on the kazoo, and his wife's like, "What the shit?"
Even the pugs run away.
Well,
All right, but anyways, we just want to say that this FSAA or 29th meeting is brought to you by J Money Smooth.
J Money Smooth, the smoothest your money can be, or the smoothest money can buy, or something. I don't know, right?
So he's sponsoring this money, but I think it's time to pass the hat. Let's have somebody besides J Money click the support button.
All right. So that's the deal. We've gotten so much, of J Money's J Money. He's putting you all to shame. I mean, damn, dude. Everybody, don't let him be the only one running this channel. I mean, we're gonna only answer his questions, and we're only gonna say his name from now on because he's J Money Smooth.
Here's to you, J Money. Thank you. Cheers.
This beer's for you, buddy. Yep, J Money Smooth. Yeah. So, yeah, donate button on the YouTube channel. Don't let Justin be the guy doing all the heavy lifting. Feel free to help out yourself. I mean, otherwise we're just gonna change the name of our channel to the J Money Smooth channel. Brought to you by J Money Smooth. I mean, but again, thank you, Justin, J Money. This is your podcast. Okay.
Cheers. All right. So let's try starting these meetings now with a FSA update. What's happened since our last meeting, aka podcast?
Well, what has happened? All right. So last podcast, we talked about the first drafts we'd done of the season. We've since had, we've done a lot of work. We've had a lot of things going on. We had the Super Bowl, which didn't involve pie bets, unfortunately. And
almost.
I wanted the ranch bet. You guys wouldn't go for it, so it's all right. Maybe ranch bets next year. But so the Super Bowl, hopefully y'all check that out. Thank God football season's in the rearview mirror now, just from my personal perspective.
I just want to say, what was Cam Newton doing not diving for that fumble?
He's protecting his career.
Apparently. Move.
Yeah, it was totally career situation, I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. He's not injured though, so you don't have to worry about that next year. You are muted, Ryan. Just so you know. But I can't unmute you. Ryan's muted, everybody. Holy Christ, Ryan's muted. It's all right. He'll be back. I'm just carrying this by myself for a while.
All right. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's back. I don't know what happened.
I didn't know I was muted. Did you not hear anything I said?
No, I was telling you were muted the whole time.
Whoa.
See, now he's muted again. This podcast is going to hell fast. Really fast. I'll just keep going with the updates. in terms of what we've done?
Sorry, I guess when I click away from the Google, it mutes me.
Oh, okay.
So I can't handle the chat and not be muted.
Weird. Are you on your iPad or what the fuck's going on?
No, I'm on the Mac.
Okay. All right. Well, adventures in broadcasting, everybody. Keep going with the updates. I don't know what you were talking about, and then I don't know what I was talking about. I was talking about how the Super Bowl was the Super Bowl. You said something about Cam Newton, and then
Cam Newton not diving on the ball.
Okay. Well, that has like no fantasy ramifications either way.
I mean, well,
so, yeah.
Tarnishes him a little bit in the Dynasty football league I have. Not that I'm going to trade him, but
you're not liking that.
It takes a little shine off of the sparkle.
Well, if you want to trade him for my
no.
Okay. All right. I was just saying, Winston Mariota might be a nice Cam combo. I don't know how much it costs to get a quarterback in Dynasty football leagues. You'll have to tell me. Cam Newton owner.
Yeah.
Whatever. But so
what else have we been up to? Yeah, Super Bowl, obviously.
Well, we also had the beautiful mock auction, and it's too bad Mike Foucault couldn't have been there. I mean, I know he's a basketball fan, but he would have enjoyed that. It was a very solid draft. We had a lot of really, really, really good people.
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, all right, so there were 2 teams that weren't there? Is that it? Or was it 1? I don't remember exactly at this point. But it was a very relatively full draft. And, some people came away with some really good teams and some people came away with some not so good teams. We do have the results. That's what this podcast is all about. You see, it's titled The Dynasty Baseball League Announcement. That's right. We're going to announce that. Who's in our Dynasty Baseball leagues?
Wait to announce that, or
that's the end of the podcast. That's totally
okay. Cool. Into the podcast, we're going to announce who made our Dynasty leagues.
Yeah, so stick around for the next hour or so. We're going to tell you if you made the cut, and you might already know if we sent you an invite, but maybe the whole world doesn't know. So we'll talk about that. And I mean, did we do anything else? We did a whole bunch of videos. Is what we
did. We have a series, right?
Yeah, it's a series, a positional tier series.
And right now, there's only 2 of them that have been released, right? Are we doing this like every video here and there?
It's gonna be over the period of the next 4 or 5 days. So okay. We have 9 videos. I'm gonna do roughly 2 a day. One day there's gonna be 1. It might be Wednesday in the middle of the week. I don't know. I'll figure out how that's gonna go. But basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put out 2 of these videos a day, stretch it out over a week or so, and give you baseball information, positional information. We've gone through each of the positions to find what was good and what was bad. And there was a lot of, we didn't fight too much, but these are not your traditional positional tiers, I don't think. Right? No, now I'm hearing me in the background, Ryan. What's going on over there? Holy hell. No, so you go through these positions. We went through and we kind of broke them down into how we would draft. Are these guys we want? Are these guys we don't want?
Did we mail it in too much, Tom?
I don't know. Did we mail it in? People have to tell us.
I thought it was pretty good. We've gotten, quite a bit of comments and some feedback, early on the first couple of videos.
Well, and I think since I posted them, we picked up 6 new subscribers on YouTube. So thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel.
They're ready to see the next videos.
They're coming out later today.
Second baseman and shortstops.
Yep, middle infield's today, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Middle infield today, and then on hump day, Wednesday, the 3rd day of the week, it'll be third baseman. That'll be the day I do 2 videos, or 1 video, only 1 video. Remember, because there's an odd number there and whatever. Fuck it. Yeah, what else do we have to talk about? What else did we do? Oh, the website kind of blew up.
That's what I was just going to say. We've been hanging out a lot on the website, and it's been kick-ass.
Well, we've had J Money Smooth on there nonstop. We've had Tom. We've had Cockmaster Kevin. We've had
Bronson.
Well, Bronson never leaves. That's like his daycare or something. I don't know.
Sonic or Sonic's been there.
Sonic, yep. Trying to think who else. I mean, but just all of a sudden, there's just like nonstop action. People are just always there. And so, I mean, when you're looking at rounding out your Dynasty Baseball League this year, and you're like, I don't know, I need that last manager, the last few, 2-3 managers to round out my league, hit up the website. Go to fantasysportsaddicts.com and just look for some other managers. We're always there on the message boards or the chat. And I mean,
honestly, if you're just looking to join a public league or even a mock draft and you just want to go, like, hop on our website first, see if anybody's there, if anybody wants to join some public league that drafts in an hour or a mock draft that's starting in 5 minutes, whatever, hop on.
Well, you'd be surprised. Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, you'd be surprised how many people on our website are just down to do whatever. Like, and I mean whatever. Kevin can vouch for that.
Whatever.
Whatever. You're going to have an entire cock army outside your house with Kevin, so that's why we call him the Cockmaster. Sorry, I mean, I had to bring it out. I had to bring it back. Kevin, God damn it. Too many dick jokes on the website, buddy.
Keep it in check.
Right. You don't want to go off on
like to say, like, our website, our comedy, whatever will fly on a
like a comedy club.
Show, comedy club. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's, just keep it kosher. Not too kosher, but kind of kosher.
Yeah.
Well, we've already lost people because we were shouting about cocks and the cock army, but I'm talking about people listening to the podcast. That's too bad. Sorry, everybody. It's Kevin's fault, though. He always drags it down into that level.
Speaking of going into that level, I had something really unfortunate happen to me at work.
Oh, my God.
I went to...
Wait. Ryan, you got your genitals caught in a machine?
What?
I thought that was what you're talking about.
Tom, we're not talking about that right now. This is something different.
Oh, I thought there was like a workplace accident that related to your genitals.
No.
Okay.
I went to go check my baseball leagues, and when I went to go click on the website or whatever, it came up blocked. Like it said, this is blocked by your company for gambling.
Gambling?
Yes.
At like our website.
Not our website. My Yahoo Fantasy Baseball
is blocked because of and that's because they do the daily now.
Yes.
Oh.
I can still check my basketball teams and my hockey teams, even the old football teams, but when I go to any of the baseball teams, it comes up blocked.
Wow.
And let me just say that this is huge. It sucks. I'm devastated by it.
I have to ask, are you looking for a new job?
I don't know. We just need 10 more J monies and then I can quit my job.
Right. Oh God. Oh my God. So now, all right, you can't look at baseball. You can't look at your baseball teams at work now. This is tragic.
It is, because I do work, but I do at least set my lineups at work. I got a little bit of downtime here and there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think everybody's sort of, unless you are actually blocked at work, I would assume everybody sort of checks their fantasy teams at work. I think that's just kind of the thing you do. Like, well, downtime.
They've done like studies of how much like money, like production costs, like fantasy sports is cost, and
right, like lost productivity and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope we account for some of it.
I know I do, unfortunately.
We're contributing to the lost economy. Is that what it's called? The lost economy? Lost wages, lost... Well, it's not losing wages because you're getting paid. So...
I don't know. I'm not costing my company anything. They're not losing money when I'm checking my teams.
Well, right. What are you doing otherwise? Probably sitting around? Babysitting satellite equipment?
I mean, an alarm happens, I'm gonna stop fantasy and troubleshoot and fix shit.
Right. I mean, this isn't like watching television while the house burns down around you. I'm assuming so.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
I mean, that just sucks, right?
I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't like. What do you? I mean, how are you gonna keep up with trades? And what if something happens? What if there's a trade talk? You're gonna have to use your phone. You have to get the app.
I do have the app.
Well, there you go. Now you got the app.
I don't do stuff on my phone. I like text and make phone calls. Occasionally, I take a picture.
Well, now you're gonna have to use your phone for what it's meant to be used for, which is fantasy baseball.
Okay, so
wait, you have a smartphone and you've never used it for fantasy sports purposes?
No, I have.
Are you?
I know the app. I've drafted on it.
Okay. All right. So you, I mean,
I'm not lost. It's just I don't use it for that. I have it.
All right.
But we're at a computer all day and even at night, and I got an iPad. Like, I don't need my phone for that.
Well, you can see the stats better. At least I can. I don't know. I need more space with my numbers. If numbers get too close together, I freak out. That's just me. Now, speaking of apps, we had an interesting suggestion. There was a suggestion on the website this past week to create our own app, which we talked about doing privately, right?
I don't know what our app would be. Just I thought about doing our daily reflections as an app, but I don't think anybody even like cares about those.
Well, it's because the whole big book's not out yet. Once the big book comes out and we turn this into a real 12-step program, 12 steps for kicking ass, right?
Yeah.
So the app, yeah, we're going to do an app. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, we're going to do an app. App time.
So Kevin was just trying to get me to process some trades, but
yeah, what's going on with that?
I couldn't because I couldn't get to it at work.
Okay, all right. Well, no, don't worry about it.
I was going to do it at work.
It'll happen. It'll happen. Okay, so, what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about the mock auction that we did?
Well,
I mean, it wasn't a bad exercise in terms of like an auction draft, and we drafted this draft or this league as if it were, the first year of a keeper or dynasty baseball team. Like your first draft. So you got to get all your rookies that you want or all the prospects you want. And the funny thing was, there was a lot of prospects still in the free agent pool by the end of it. I was a little surprised by that. I mean, all the big stuff was snapped up. Somebody went nuts paying for Buxton and everything like that. But there's a lot, I was just surprised.
That's the thing. There usually is. Like, you would be surprised, but I've done even like deep league drafts or 16 teams, 20 teams, and there's even still like some prospects.
Like top flight stuff. Well, that's what happened last year in your league. We had it was a first year auction draft. And what was it? You ended up blowing your entire waiver budget on Corey Seager?
Yeah, right after the draft. Like, he managed to not get drafted.
And I wanted to yell and scream and cuss and be like, who took a nap on that? Who screwed that up? But I did too. I was, I missed it myself, apparently, like, I can't believe that stuff. I mean, honestly, so that's the kind of thing that happens. So just,
and that's the thing. That's why I spent my entire waiver budget on him.
He was worth $100 waiver dollars.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah. I think the best thing I came away with in terms of waiver last year in that league was like Addison Russell or something. I don't know. It wasn't very good, whatever it was. It's tragic.
Not worth it.
By the way, that league, well, I hope it gets more exciting. I'm excited for it. I want to see some trades in that league.
In the Roto Auction League?
Oh, we're going to see some trades. Well, because we're bringing in new people, right? Like,
we are. because again, we had more people wanting to get into our leagues than we actually had teams for.
Right. But we found a few alternatives. We found a few options to, squeeze people into another dynasty league with pretty good teams. And, again, we're going to do the announcements for that in just a little bit. But let's talk about some baseball for a second, because have you done any other drafts since our main two or our first two, that first day? Where are you at on that? Because I'm getting the itch.
I haven't done a draft since our mock draft.
Okay, well, the mock draft was, it's a mock draft. Yeah, that was Saturday. It was a mock. So
I mean, it was a real draft for a league, but we're just going to delete the league. But
right. I am ready for, personally, I'm ready for a new draft. Like a fresh league. I'm looking for, I don't know. I'm like, I want to get into the draft. Don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to get my side account going and jump into some leagues. Well, I'm only down to one team left in my main account already.
We're podcasting about needing to make another league, I guess. Or so, are we doing this? Are we doing the side account? Is that what we're doing, Ryan?
Well, I mean, there's already more leagues we want to get into than we have. I mean, we're still going to do our FSAA baseball league, where we just get some of our fellow addicts to join the league.
What?
But that's also one of those things about our website. Like, even if you want to go and join a league, hop on there.
All right, that's what I'm doing today.
That's what we're going to be doing.
If anybody wants to draft today, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, I got to go to sleep, so I can't draft today.
You bastard. Yep.
All right. Kevin's on the chat saying that he's going to create a dynasty league if anybody wants to join.
Oh, Kevin's doing a dynasty? All right, hang on one second. My mic just fell over.
Tom's mic fell over, but if you want to get a hold of Kevin and join his dynasty league, Kevin's always on our website. Just go there, create an account, talk to Kevin. He'll tell you how to join. So, anyways, we got that going on, but we're going to be just doing mock drafts whenever when we get together and hang out.
Jesus. All right, I tell you what. I'm not allowed to touch the technology anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what happened here, but yeah. All right. I'm just going to pretend that it didn't happen.
Okay.
Like, I don't think microphones are supposed to come apart like this. That was like a 2-foot drop. Not even a 2-foot, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever. It still works. All right. What were we talking about? Kevin's he's going to start a dynasty league.
He is starting a dynasty league. So if you want to join,
starting it, yes, on our website.
Hop on our website. Kevin's there. We got over that.
One thing real quick I want to just mention, since we always talk about this for dynasty leagues. Normally I would not suggest that, just starting a dynasty league. Like, hey,
this is a really good point, actually.
Yes. Normally you don't just be like, hey, I'm starting a dynasty league, because you're gonna get a bunch of like crappy managers probably, or it's just, especially if you're on like the Yahoo or the ESPN message boards, like, hey, first year dynasty. I mean, the odds are that you're going to get people that you're going to have to replace. So we would suggest normally starting with a regular redraft. Do a year or two of that. Find some good managers, people that you have the chemistry with.
You gotta build a foundation before you start a dynasty.
Well, we built the foundation for our leagues probably, 6 years before we even decided dynasty, right?
I mean, that's the whole point of our leagues, was just to get as many good managers as we could.
Once we had those managers, hey, let's turn this into some dynasty, or who's interested in dynasty. So, we knew we had active or good people in there. But Kevin going to the website and being on our website, I think it's a little safer. It's a little bit better. I'm just gonna say it. Like, you're gonna run into people like us, addicts. And addicts are usually the guys that are gonna play there. Or, well, people, not guys. Women are addicts too for whatever. I'm trying to be political.
That's what I was just gonna say. I mean, if you do get the managers to start a dynasty league, you can go into it and it can work out. And like you were kind of complaining about the message boards, but I found a lot of good managers there. You find them in message boards, you find them in like mock drafts where like, hey, this guy's drafted a great team. Like we were having good shit talk back and forth, whatever.
Well, that's where I met Nathan, Reverend Nate Dogg. Mock draft. I mean, early season mock drafts, you'd be surprised. That's where
what you really don't want to do when you're starting a dynasty league is just okay, you got like 1, 2, maybe 3 managers of like friends or people you know, and then you just randomly publish the league.
Right.
And then like anybody can join. No, it doesn't fill up until like an hour before the draft.
And then like people are like, "Oh wait, is this Dynasty?" Like in the middle of the draft, and they're like, "Well, I didn't know it was Dynasty."
Well, not just that. You get people that just join and they're not any good. They're not addicts.
Well, all right. So if you want to fill out a Dynasty and you don't want to wait through the whole feel it out and find a good foundation process, go to the website fantasysportsaddicts.com. I think hey. We need to come up with a manager rating system on the website too. I wish we could come up with some way to show your player profile from, ESPN and Yahoo and stuff like that. So people could see how many teams you've won with or, how many teams you've played or, just like that whole manager rating system I think would be great. And it's not necessarily about like, boy, this guy's a dick or he trade raped me, or it's about, how competitive were they? Were they there all the time? Were they active? Were they participating in the league? I think that would be like, I would love to have some sort of like manager review system like that.
I'm trying. I just don't know.
Well, it's code we have to do ourselves, and I don't know how to do it. So we suck at the internet, which is ironic because I was the first person I ever knew with the internet. So, oh well, we just suck at it.
We're trying. We're doing good with what we got. God damn it.
We're doing the best we fucking can. We're old people.
We're old.
Maybe Bronson knows how to do that sort of thing. Although, with the way Bronson types, I would not trust him to code anything. I mean, my God. We call it Bronson's disease. I don't know if anybody's heard that or seen that mentioned, but that's what we call Bronson's disease. Bronson's quite a bit younger than us, and he does a lot of shorthand typing and, like slang and abbreviations and stuff that we don't even understand. We're like, what is that? Like, I don't understand what he said. And so there's an interpretive process that we go through every time we're reading something from him. And those of us who are a bit older on the FSAA website have just termed it Bronson's disease. So
you learn to understand what he means.
Oh yeah. You learn it's like learning a new language. I mean, it really is.
And it spreads. Like next thing you know, you're typing that way.
That's how I roll. Yes, I mean honestly, I still think it's Stripes typing for him. Like Bronson has no fingers, and so he makes his cat type. I think that's just what it is. Stripes is typing.
All right. So we were talking a bit about doing drafts, and we talked a bit about draft strategies.
We got more.
We got more.
We need to do more.
We did what? Your all pitching strategy.
Right, and I'm actually going to keep working on that. I want to do that again. So okay. I think I'm going to double down on the all pitching strategy. Try it again. I may try to build it with Kershaw or something.
Our next live stream draft, you're probably going to try to do the all pitching.
I don't know if it'll be the next one. But I mean, honestly, as you know, I'm very, I I'm a chick. I dig the long ball. So I usually build my teams more around power hitters, guys who hit a lot of home runs and drive in a lot of runs. And,
I don't know. You seem to have been going pitching a lot.
I have been lately. I am.
You talk of digging the home runs and the long ball, but
all right,
I don't believe it anymore.
All right, you know what I think my real strategy is? My personal strategy is, we talk about various punting strategies and like what categories would you punt, and usually when you're doing like an all pitching type strategy, you're punting probably batting average. You mostly want like stolen bases, runs, that kind of thing, and certainly you're not going to have home runs. What I think I like is just the power and power strategy. I think what I want, like, I don't need a batting average. I don't need any, like, I just want, if I can get a lot of home runs and a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah.
Power arms. Yeah. Power arms and power bats. That's how my dynasty teams are built. I mean, that's kind of what it is. I have the most power in our both leagues. I mean, I have like more home runs than anybody, like twice. And I also have probably that many strikeouts and coming from my pitchers too. Probably, and the batters, if we counted strikeouts, offensive strikeout. I mean, I got a lot of batters that strike out probably. But, I mean, again, you don't need the batting average. You don't, the power and power strategy. I don't know. Well, maybe that'll be the next one I do. I think I'm going to do power and power.
I was thinking about the strategies again. I think I was talking to Train Sonic on our website, and we were just kind of going over shit. And I don't know, I just got to thinking. I think for my first 5 rounds, I want a first baseman,
okay,
a second baseman, or a shortstop, maybe both, either or, and then a third baseman, and maybe one outfielder if I get like a really good outfielder, or I double down on another third baseman or another first baseman. But my 5 rounds, I'm going to make sure I got first, a third, and at least one middle infield spot, and then one of the others.
Well, and I think that also fits within the power and power.
I was going to say positional scarcity.
No, that's what I was going to say. You're going after the very thin positions. I mean, that puts your team looking like, you got your Rizzos, your Goldschmidts, stuff like that at first. I mean, I don't think you're going to be going for any of those second-tier first basemen, are you?
No, I'm going to try to get, a damn good one.
Okay. Same thing for your third baseman. I mean, you like your last stop at third base for power probably is like a Miguel Sano.
Exactly, and I'd be reaching for him. But again, I'd have one of those, like, again, it depends on where you are in the draft. Like,
well,
if I'm picking towards the end, I might end up with a Bryant or an Arenado or Macho Man.
Right. So, yeah, I was going to say Macho probably at the second base spot. Like, I'm trying to think who else you'd have. Seager maybe is your last stop. Would Lindor be your last stop at shortstop or what?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you're going to make sure you get some of those positions early. And that's generally, I think, what both of us have done to this point in the 2 drafts we've done. But,
Yeah, Train's mentioning D. Gordon. That's kind of that second baseman or shortstop, depending on where I'm in on the draft. Like, if I'm there at the end of the second round. No, if I'm there at the end of the second round, I'm looking at a D. Gordon. Like,
okay, all right.
I might even double down on a Gordon Altuve combo.
Really?
I might do that.
That's all right. Well, again, it's a lot of speed. It's a very scarce position. You can probably trade one of them if you need to.
Well, I'm just taking that away from the next guy.
Right. And then the next guy's like me. He's just going to forget about second base entirely and literally go into the season with no middle infield.
And you got it all. And then you're targeting, the outfield, which you can get, starting pitching, which you can get, closers you can get.
I still think second base is a little bit of a sneaky position. I think there's some depth that's kind of overlooked.
There is.
I mean, possibly even more so than shortstop. But see, that's the thing about shortstop is we're going to see a couple of top flight shortstop prospects coming up this year. So that also kind of changes the situation. So maybe, shortstop and second base aren't totally as thin as people make it out to be. They are thin positions, but I think what really makes it thin is there's like your top guys, and then there's like everybody else. And then there's some sneaky value out there later. But your top guys are so far and away better than the rest of the class that, like, you'll see that as I post the middle infield videos later today. I'll be posting second base, shortstop.
Top guys and those sneaky late guys.
Well, I'm still liking Jonathan Scope quite a bit. I'm just saying, like, for my second base.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take my I'm pretty set on Scope as my second baseman this year. So I don't mind. That's a position I don't mind waiting way late to get Jonathan Scope or something, or even, Devin Travis, stuff like that. Because there's going to be some development. Second base is kind of like shortstop in some regard, or not shortstop, but like closing pitching in some regards. I don't know why they're both like that, where there's so much turnover and inconsistency at the position, and teams are always like, man, if we could just get a little bit more offense.
Well, it's like,
and so they'll call people up.
3 through like 10 or 12, there's usually not that big of a difference. Like, you got your 2 big ones or your 3, and then there's a pretty big gap.
Right. It's one of those positions where it's like you either got one of the best and you're set and you're like locked down.
Or you can wait and try to get one of these late dudes.
Or pick them up off the waiver wire.
Absolutely.
I mean, how many times have we done that? Millions. I love it. All right, now I have to draft. It's now become necessary. So I'm.
God damn it! I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, why are you going to sleep, man? We'll just roll this podcast right into the draft. I mean, I'm feeling like
you can draft.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just do a mock. I don't, although we do have the side accounts, so I always got the side account to fill up. Yahoo didn't listen to our suggestion. I said 10 teams this year, and they didn't give me 10 teams.
Too goddamn bad. 10 teams is perfect.
10 teams is the perfect amount of teams on any one account.
I don't know, Tom. We got 6 people watching us right now, and they might jump in some drafts.
All right, hey, if anybody wants to do a draft, let me know. We'll fill this thing up. It'll be like another FSAA takeover. First draft of the season. That's what happened. We had like 8 of us. No, it wasn't 8 of us, but
I think it's 5.
5, okay.
But I mean, that was just on an instant notice where, like, hey, we're gonna draft.
Who wants to draft? And that's why hey, guess what we did? We went to our own website, and people wanted to draft. Isn't that great? That was awesome. That's why you go to our website. So if you want to draft, you just find somebody that wants to draft.
So Justin says he likes Wong.
Yes, and of course you like your Colton Wong quite a bit too. So that's what we're saying. There's a lot of like later second basemen that are going to give you value, or at least give you enough that you don't have to necessarily. I mean, if you don't get that top guy like a D. Gordon or Jose Altuve, hold your horses and find them later in the draft.
I almost read that as Justin likes Wang.
All right, did Kevin type that? Like, are we back there again? It's more cock talk. Sons of bitches.
Comes back around. It's funny.
Yeah, all right. So that was the whole thing we were saying all weekend. Like, no, cock jokes and all that blue humor, it doesn't come back around. It's not funny again. Like, and then today we're laughing about it. Like, it came back around and it was funny again. Like, damn it. I mean, we just got to try to not have so much of it. I think it's the volume of penile jokes that's getting a bit out of hand on the website. I don't know.
All right,
somebody actually signed off our website the other day because of it. It was Sam. Yeah. So if Sam's checking this out, or Sam hears the podcast later on, sorry, buddy. That's. I mean, I don't know. I think that is this kind of like part and parcel with the whole, fantasy sports addict thing. I mean, like, we're kind of, when we're going on about stuff, we're kind of preaching to a choir. Like, we're not our audience. People that like us are very much like ourselves. So I think it comes with the territory, like there's gonna be some penile humor, apparently, I guess. I don't know.
I guess it just, yeah.
You know what we need? We need more women on the website. So that way, like, people are a little less inclined to talk about dicks. Or hopefully they'd be less inclined. I don't know.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm a little afraid, honestly.
Like, are we sitting on the tip of the iceberg? This is going to get worse and worse.
Women, just stay clear. Like, unless you can hang. If you're one of the boys, like, no problem.
Right.
But if you're easily offended, I'm sorry. It's not us.
Well, it is probably partly us.
I mean, it could be us, but
we'll be there.
We're playing it straight comparatively, which is
weird. Normally we're the ones getting in trouble for saying something weird, but whatever. It's still a fun website, and it's a good place to find managers. I mean, that's the bottom line. And I am gonna find some managers to do a draft with today. Can't wait. I'm already looking at it right now. All right, so before I do this draft, I should really post the middle infield videos, but I'm just taking a look right now, and I mean, I'm looking drafts.
You gotta give a little bit of time. Let someone watch this, so
we have to wait a while. Uh-oh, you got muted. Ryan got muted again. Holy hell, his mic fell off the table too. Sometimes that happens here. We get a little excited, or we get a little
I have no reason why I'm muted. I mean, this just cable might be loose or something.
Yeah, that USB cable seems to be giving us some trouble over there. You're muted again now because you're fiddling with it. Oh, this is just all right.
We got to remind you, we are sorry, but
we're addicts.
Addicts, not experts.
Not experts. So sometimes that USB cable gets fucked up, and I don't know, broadcast gets fucked right out the window. Oh well.
At least it's not just me and not us.
Might be.
I only talk so much, anyways.
Well, that's true, but all right. So we have 8 people, 7 people, maybe 8. I don't know. We have upwards of 8 people listening to this podcast as we do it live. Is there any chat? Can you collect the chat? Can you check the chat, or do I need to do that?
I'm at the chat.
Okay, is there chat?
Oh yeah, everybody's chatting away.
Okay, is there anything we need to discuss in the chat?
I mean, again, it's one of those things where it's better when you're here because, I mean, it's been a whole stream of chat. I try to kind of chime in a little bit here and there, but, like, I can't even keep up with it.
9 people here now. And now, is this like 10 Bronsons or what? Like, what's going on?
No, it's just the gang, the fellow addicts. Again, we're growing. I mean, there's more and more people.
9. This is the most live viewers we've ever had at one time, I think. At least the most I've seen. I don't know.
If you guys got any questions or comments,
feel free to chime in. Say hey.
Kevin wants to know. Oh, Kevin's reminding us. God damn it! What is this whole podcast about?
Well, we know what it's about. I was saving it to the end.
Okay, we're not at the end yet.
Are we?
They're all here. I mean, let's just bring it up, and then we can keep going later. But
all right,
fuck it, we kept them waiting long enough. Like, this is too goddamn long. I thought we even talked about it.
No, we didn't. All right, so here's the announcements. Announcement, everyone. Woo! All right, that was exciting, right? Oh, that's even better. Okay. All right, so who's going to be in the Dynasty leagues? Well, all right, so here's how it went down. We've got 3 Dynasty leagues and a couple of teams in each, and we went with age before beauty, I think, didn't we?
Age before beauty? I don't even know what that means in this regard.
All right. Well, we had a lot of interest, and we had a lot of like really good managers. But I think in the case for us, like for our leagues, we went with maybe people who'd been around the longest. Is that kind of true? Is that fair to say? For like our oldest leagues, we went with some old timers. We went with some, like J Money Smooth. He's been around FSAA forever. And so, like, it only makes sense that he's in that league for sure, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's not entirely true. We went with the most active.
Right.
Like, I mean, there's just basically four. We each had four teams in each league, and we kind of wanted the same managers for each team because they were taking over somebody who had, it's the same
2 teams,
manager in each league.
Right.
So we kind of went with that, and like let's just be honest, like we're keeping it at 100. There's just four people who we couldn't say no to.
That I mean, honestly, J Money Smooth. J Money Smooth is J Money Smooth. This podcast is brought to you, motherfucking, by J Money Smooth. So, J Money Smooth made the cut. I'm just gonna keep saying J Money Smooth.
Number 1 pick, no doubt. Didn't even need to buy your teams.
Right. Just J Money Smooth. And then, of course, Employee of the Year Bronson. We kind of gave him a sandbox team, a training wheels team, but I think he's going to have fun with it. He's going to do that team right. And I mean, by do it right, I mean, he's either going to like blow it up or run with it. It's one of those teams where the previous manager had kept the team so old and so like just veteran heavy. There's almost no future. There's literally like not much.
I mean, that's the thing is it's kind of funny because we each have our leagues and the same manager, but the two teams were completely different of each other. There was one team where you got to go all in and try to win now and your window's closing, but you're still a pretty good goddamn team.
Right. And then the other one,
the other league, you just need to fucking blow it up.
Right, and start fresh. Now for me, just got a text about something that was confusing. Hang on, I'm just reorienting.
Just put your phone away, goddammit.
No. It's like I just got to redirect. It was very. It's all right. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Mandelay's teams. Yeah, Bronson. He can blow that team up in your league. And that's all right. So what's with that? What is with? Am I the only crazy person out there that wants to have clone teams?
Yes.
I guess the Pugs maybe do. Dude, it sounds like a bunch of like rabid Wolverines out there. Like what is happening in your house?
Yeah, it's that time of day. It's all right.
It just sounds like a bunch of horrible, menacing animals.
They're just standing there.
They're just standing and snarling.
Yes.
What kind of monster animals do you have? Yes.
All
okay.
right. So we were going over the announcements.
Right. Okay. So we know Bronson and Justin are in, right? They're in, and we gave Bronson the training wheels team to play with. We gave J Money Smooth a really kick-ass team.
We gave him
we gave him the honey teams,
the honey teams, like just ridiculous teams.
Yeah, I mean, why that guy bailed out and didn't play his teams, I don't know. I mean, I think he barely made the playoffs last year or something like that, but that team was way too good to like not be in title contention. So, we know that's going to be returned to its former glory. The next two choices were a little bit tough because we just don't have enough teams for all the managers that wanted in, and like this is where it got kind of like, what do we do? One of the teams was really bad. Like these two teams were both really, really bad. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Really bad.
They were bad, no doubt.
It was, when we go back to the politics of friends and family in your leagues, this was a buddy I had to replace, a very close friend of mine. And just, sometimes when you have a really competitive league, the league can outgrow the talent pool. So, everybody else in the league's way more aggressive, way more active, and like dudes playing it part-time. There's only so much rope you can give them. I mean, so we had to let him go. It sucked. It hurt. I mean, that was like bad feelings, but it was the right choice because he ran his teams into the fucking ground.
Okay, and so we gave his teams to Tom Stopa.
Yes. Tom is very, very qualified to take a broken team and repair it. He's got a very...
We don't have a nickname for Tom yet, do we?
He's just... I think he's probably like the most straightforward, serious person on our website.
I gotta say, his trading block message that he posted was like the best thing I've seen. Like,
oh my God,
like Woot at his prime.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was Woot prime. Oh my, but no, I mean, like, that was honestly beautiful. Like, it wasn't, flowery and emotional or anything, but it was just straightforward. It was just this beautiful, here's who I will trade, and here's who I won't trade, and here's a link to every player.
Unless I have to trade them.
Right. So he's basically saying, I'll trade anybody. But, like, and then he throws in links. Like, links to every player's profile?
Player name was a link to the player profile. That was gold.
My God.
Like, I had never seen. That's better than anything I've ever done by far.
Whenever I've tried to post a link.
Like, oh, yeah, you get fucked up and it doesn't post.
Well, yeah, like the link doesn't post. There's no hypertext or whatever, so nobody can click it. And, like, however he crafted that trading block for both leagues, by the way, it was beautiful. It was honestly just breathtaking. So... That was the right call, and
right there, Tom just proved like A+ manager.
And now the last chance, not last chance, but last choice, last team. These teams were this was the only set of teams we had that didn't originally overlap. This was Craig that was being replaced and Crash that was being replaced.
Right.
And so we thought we needed something lively, because the two managers that we were replacing weren't too lively. And, we had to go with the Cockmaster. We gave him the Cockmaster because the Cockmaster, I mean, that guy, he's the master of everything, especially cocks.
So we gave the team to Kevin.
And I think he's a really good counterbalance to somebody like Nathan in some regards. I mean, I love our buddy Nathan. Everybody loves Nathan. But as much as we have the Reverend's presence, we also need a little bit of the other kind of presence. So I'm cool with the balance.
We do, but I got to admit, I was a little nervous about Kevin and Bronson together.
A Kevin Bronson combo. If you've been to the website, these two get in fights all the time, and it's actually kind of funny. But because they're just like every time I go to the website, like Kevin and Bronson are in some sort of argument.
But they're arguing about whether or not Bronson
is the shit,
or is the shit.
Right. Oh man. So the combination could be like mixing acids and bases here. I don't know. But I do like it. We'll
find out. I mean, but Kevin and Bronson, they jumped in and they made trades and shit.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. As much as like we're worried about offending somebody like Nathan with bringing in too much shenanigans, we've got Nathan going to bat for them as far as choosing them for the league, So Nathan's like, well, I don't pay attention to all the cock talk anyways. I just, they know their shit. They know how to make trades. They know how to, right? Like, that's the thing is Nathan's concerned with who's going to get business done because Nathan likes to make trades. So Nathan's
such an interesting dynamic, but that's what makes, these leagues great. Like,
I think these are going to be, I think this is
good.
People
from everywhere and different backgrounds and walks of life coming together and like playing in leagues.
Well, and just the dynamic of it, I think I'm really going to enjoy. Now, so we had to make some tough choices, like some tough cuts. Like dude, I mean, I want, right? Like
yeah.
Like we wanted Train in our leagues pretty bad. Train has the most glorious, just the sexiest winning profile, the player profile for a Yahoo Fantasy team I've ever. Like, if you go look at his player profile, and I might even post it and make a blog post about it. And he plays all deep leagues. I mean, he's just like, this is why I wish like the manager rating system and the player profiles and all that, I wish that mattered more, because when you go look and you see a guy with a winning percentage this high in our two favorite sports, incidentally, that we kind of pride ourselves on being good at, when you see a guy that's playing all these deep leagues and constantly winning, like, I mean, you look at his trophy cabinet for Yahoo and it's just like gold, 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 all gold. Like, you know, like, I mean,
I'm not going to lie. Like, when we were first doing the whole, like, tryout, let's get people into these leagues, like, when he signed up and I saw his
profile,
plus he had Hunter S. Thompson as his avatar.
Well,
that got like 100 bonus points. And, like, I was talking with Tom and we were talking about doing a draft where we picked the team and the manager
right,
who filled. And, like, honestly, he was going to be my number one pick.
Okay. Well, the good news is you're giving him a team in the other Dynasty League.
Yeah, last year I started a 14-team Roto Auction Dynasty League, and there are two managers I'm replacing. One of them is the same manager I'm replacing in the other Dynasty League.
Okay. That's Sam Mandalay. He's out. Now, did you find a place for Barry?
Barry is the guy who gets the other team, yes.
Okay, I was going to say, I just wanted to make sure because that dude was up all freaking night. Like, he was up all night drafting with us. It was like 3 a.m., UK time. We're talking about cider and ginger beer. And I mean, like, I just had such a great conversation with him. Like, I'm a British dude that knows baseball. God damn. Like,
oh, yeah. I mean, we got a lot of British or UK followers for basketball.
Okay.
But, I mean, baseball, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I'd be curious to hear how he found baseball or why he likes baseball or any, like.
Although I think we have a few Europeans in that Roto Baseball League.
Okay.
There's that Vlad. I think the Vlad is actually the dude we're replacing, but there's a couple other ones in there.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, it's just like, we've got a very, like, it's an international sport, baseball, but it's kind of dominated by like a handful of very specific locations. And so, when you hear about, like, when you go to World Baseball Classic, I don't think there's a British team. I mean, there's an Australian team, but you know what I'm saying? There's just, it's interesting to hear the perspective of international sports fans who like American sports. And you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I wish I knew a foreign sport like cricket so well that I could actually have a conversation with somebody that actually was a cricket fan. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know where I could watch cricket. Although, there's a park out by your house. We saw the dudes playing cricket there that one time, right?
Yeah.
We should have honestly pulled over.
There's not enough hours in the day. Like, I'm sorry, unless, like, I was getting paid full time, like, just to get into, like, the sports we are into.
As in depth.
How is there time for anything else?
I don't know. I would watch cricket. I want to watch cricket. I want to learn the sport of cricket. But you know why? Well, because it's like baseball. But
it would have to be in the wintertime.
Why?
Well, when there's no baseball, maybe basketball hasn't started. There's just football going on.
Okay, all right. I thought you meant like.
I'm just thinking about times where you can devote to watch anything else.
Right. Well, I mean, but summer's pretty quiet. Summer's basically just baseball, buddy. I mean, there's like.
I know.
NBA playoffs, but.
Like, I'm going to be watching cricket when there's baseball on. Get out of here.
I mean, I could still find the time to learn a sport or find the time to watch it and understand. Like, because again, it's more of a curiosity about how the game's played and understanding how it. You know what I mean? It's something that's like a fascination for me. So yeah, I would actually take time out of my normally regularly scheduled sports programming to.
See, if I was in one of these locations where a particular sport was popular, you bet I'd pick it up and watch it and follow. Like, I mean, again, it was like in Hawaii, I was a fan of a college football team.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Every
Wow.
Saturday, I go watch the games down at the fucking bar.
Which team were you a fan of? I don't remember this.
Rainbow Warriors.
Well, why didn't you just go? You went to school there.
The campus or the Aloha Stadium was in downtown. It was a pain in the ass to get to, and
Oh, that's right.
honestly, I just prefer going to the bar on the corner and drink with my boss. And
that's like the hottest part of the whole goddamn island, too. I remember that.
Yeah, Aloha Stadium.
It's like it's like, what is it, like in the cauldron of a volcano or something? Like it's scorching hot there. Every time I've been to Hawaii and felt hot, it was by that stadium.
Yeah, because you don't get any wind, and it's like almost in the middle of the island. But
So it's in the hot spot. Yeah, well, in the traffic spot too. God.
Yep.
Well, hey, at least the shop meet, or what is it, the swap meet, the freak market. At least that's always fun. Ah, man. All right, so that's the announcement. That wasn't easy. I mean,
it wasn't. And honestly, I want to say there's a few people who I sent out emails to, and they didn't join. There's other people who probably showed interest that I didn't even send the invite out to. Like, again, addicts, not experts. I'm sorry if we got overlooked, but that's just kind of part of the thing. Like,
you got to be there. You got to
join your website. I'm sorry, like, it's just Tom and I. There's a lot of shit going on, and like, if you're just some random like YouTube comment, like, it's a little different than if you're like a registered member on our YouTube and you're there and like chatting with us and commenting on all of our videos, and we know who you are in a sense.
Right. I mean, everybody.
Like, hey, I want to join. Like,
everybody that ended up in the Dynasty leagues is somebody that we've talked to in passing, or at least not in person, but you know what I'm saying, from the website essentially and elsewhere. So, you know, we're going to reward that. We appreciate that.
Because I guess really that was more of the audition than the actual draft.
Yeah, we said it was arbitrary criteria.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't about the draft necessarily. The draft is just fun live stream. It was the other intangibles. How are you going to fit the leagues? You know, I mean, I'm happy though. I'm happy that we've got, 6 new managers total. Very, very good qualified managers. They all know their baseball. They all know how to communicate. They all know how to make trades.
Really kick-ass thing too is that any given time, half the league is on the website.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So, I mean, all right. So if you were in our Dynasty leagues, right, you could go to the website and just be like, where's so-and-so? I need to make a trade. Forget sending an email. Just go to the website and just jump. Dude, I need to make a trade with you. I like that. I really like that. And that, honestly, the half of the league, the handful of guys from the league that aren't really active on our website, that's their loss. They're the ones missing out on the action. They are going to miss out on a lot of trades.
Well, and even still, most of those are like quasi-active.
Right. Well, yeah, they're registered. They're just not camped out all day the way we are.
Right. We're
addicts.
On there.
Right, we're addicts, not experts. Is there any other baseball related or basketball related? I know we've kind of neglected basketball lately quite a bit.
We've had to, but we've had to focus on baseball. Sorry. Well, we hope at this point in basketball, if you've listened to any of our videos or followed anything we said,
you should be on autopilot mostly. Like, you're either in the playoffs or you're out. And if you're out, that sucks. You stay as active as you can.
And if you're close, if it's like trying to make 4th or 8th or like a couple games apart, again, at this point, you're just being active.
Right. Because that's going to be the difference between you and the guy who doesn't make the playoffs. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. Like, there's been so many. Like, all right, so there's been injuries for basketball. There's been like player. I mean, maybe we should do a pickups video at some point. I don't know. We might even be late on the pickups info. You know, like, I mean, are we like late already if we talk about Stanley Johnson and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, we just it's too bad we kind of missed the boat on some of that because I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind hitting a little more basketball just while there's still some season left. But
I mean, honestly, part of that is been focused on baseball, doing drafts, doing commish for dynasty leagues. Like, I haven't even been like making my moves in basketball like I should.
Are your teams slipping?
I got like one or two out of the like 17 teams that are like might miss the playoffs.
Okay. Well, that's not a terrible showing, I suppose. Right? Like, well, 15 of 17 made the playoffs, but the other two, well, I'm sorry, Ryan, we're gonna have to take a point off the board.
I got 7th.
Right? Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I've been trying to make moves. I've been trying to stay active, and I've just, as I've done that, I was kind of thinking like, man, we haven't talked much basketball, so that's whatever. I mean, hopefully again, everybody's
we'll get back to it again. I mean, I think our what was it? The playoff schedule video is a good video.
Oh yeah, well, hopefully that's still getting some views. I don't know, or we can always link back to it, or
I mean, it should still be getting views. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Well, we'll remind everybody. Yeah, we'll remind everybody. We'll go back and touch up on that again and talk about what you're going to do for the playoffs, how much streaming you're going to do. Can you do any streaming? I've got one league. It's a Roto league, and I don't know how it happened. Well, actually, I do know how it happened. All right, so it's a Dynasty Roto. The way this commissioner has his league set up, there's such a deep bench, and the teams are so deep that like it's almost impossible. Like if you're just setting your roster and playing active guys, if you have a competitive team, it's almost impossible not to go over your max games played. So, I've been kind of complaining to this guy, not complaining, I'm not trying to be a pain, but I've been suggesting like maybe your league's too deep because, all right, so that's the other thing. There's a top team in the league is basically just destroying the league. Right? Like the guy in last place and 14th place has like 18 points, and the guy in first has like 108, and then everybody else has like 88. You know what I mean? So there's a massive discrepancy. And what happened is he was like Ryan. He's the guy that came into the league and just ate him up. He's like shark amongst minnows, and got all the trades and all the draft picks and built this like super stacked team. Oh, yeah, actually, he sent me a trade offer the other day that I was just like, go F yourself. Normally, I don't respond to trades that way, but it was dog.
Normally, I don't.
Normally, I don't.
Someone like offers you like something that's like close, but it's a player you like, you fly off the handle.
No, I don't. I did not fly. Dude, I'm cool guy now. I'm
cool guy now.
Yeah, I'm cool guy now. I'm cool. I just told him to take a hike because whatever. I don't even remember what the deal was. Like, I didn't even actually look at it that much. It was just like he wants 2 of my better players. He's offering old garbage, so he basically wants my like top 2 players for some old garbage. And I don't care if the old garbage is ranked well in comparison. Like, this is how you got your destroy the league dynasty team. And I was suggesting that we redo the league. We redraft and start over. And people are like, no, we can't do that. And like, and I get it. I know you like, you've got your team, your project. I have a project team in that league. But, and again, it's full of players I love because I've been making trades and being active and all that stuff. But there gets to be a point where you got to redraft, where you got to do something to fix the league. And the benches are so deep. It's almost impossible not to max out your games played.
Well, that's part of the whole having like a really strong foundation. Otherwise, yeah, you get that team on the top that has a league-breaking team.
Right. And I mean, like, just the fact that nobody else accepts that, like, they're just all like, okay to let this guy destroy us by 20 points apiece. Like, I mean, I have one of the better teams in that league. I have a pretty stacked team, and he's blowing me out by like 40 points. That's how ridiculous this guy's team is. It's like more than half of the first round of fantasy basketball players kind of thing.
Sorry, I just got J Money was just chiming in, kind of like Tom wanting Arenado for Pujols and Longoria.
When did I say that?
And
Who mentioned that? Who mentioned? I mean, I think I privately had those ideas. Would I talk about them live? Did I talk about them on the air? Or did you? Were you talking about it? Were you in there? Were you in there?
No, this was J Money on the chat.
Well, he must have overheard me or read my mind or something. Yeah, like that was maybe I could get that for. Were you seriously like? Were you in there, Ryan? Were you stirring it up?
I wasn't stirring shit up.
You were talking.
You always think no.
You weren't in there. You weren't meddling.
No, I was just sitting here minding the chat, and I saw this come up, and I had a laugh and comment on it. You always go there, Tom.
Well, I mean, how many times you were in my Valanciunas trade 2 weeks ago? Every auction draft we're in, you got to meddle with my picks, my players. You got to try to bid them up. You got to try to like steal them out of my queue. Oh
yeah, and you don't. That's why you ended up with Manny Machado in that one league,
dude. That was a cookie jar situation. And you were just what? And we had. Did we not have the trade? We had a trade. You didn't spend an extra $1 and get Arenado, so I could trade you Macho Man.
Because I wanted you to be stuck with Macho Man. And
there's no such thing as stuck with Macho Man. I'm sorry. The core of my team in that league is delicious. I do not care about having 2 shortstops. So yeah, you didn't stick me with anything. You stuck me with awesomeness. All I wanted was a few more RBI, out of Arenado. But actually, Justin, I still do want Arenado. So, let's talk. I don't know what you like. Yeah. How about that? We'll talk a little Arenado. Maybe I talk about Arenado instead of Goldschmidt for once. More silver tuna, Ryan.
All right.
Last year, the silver tuna it took me all year to get was Jose Fernandez. This year it'll be maybe Arenado, maybe Goldschmidt. I don't know. I'm cool either way, though. I'm a cool guy.
We'll see. I don't know who my tuna is.
You don't have a silver tuna?
No.
Nah. I like to know who your silver tuna is so I can get in there and meddle with your trade. Are you kidding me? You totally meddle. Last year you accused me of meddling just because Nathan's telling me all the offers you sent him. I mean, you forget, Nathan's got me on speed dial. I got him on speed dial.
Meddle more than the best of them.
Oh, all right. So that's the truth. Okay. All right. So in these 2 dynasty leagues, and even to some extent in the Roto Dynasty League, I have what we call clone teams. And those are teams where, like in the case of the head-to-head leagues, they're identical. And I'm very, very compulsive about this. I have to have, and this is the same for basketball, I have to have the same team in both leagues. I mean, identical. Every player has to be the same. And it's taken me years to do it. I mean, it didn't take as long for basketball as it did for baseball. Baseball was over a process of a couple of years. But I'm just surprised there's not more overlap sometimes in these dynasty leagues. Like, if you like a guy once, don't you like him twice?
But I like more than 25 players.
I get that. I like more than 25 players too. But if I'm going to make
different strategies. I like trying different shit. And
with my dynasty teams. With my dynasty teams, I like what I like. I mean, I like this.
We're just different there. I'm never gonna want to be handcuffed by fucking clone teams.
It's not a handcuff, man. It's beautiful. It's glorious. I love it. Like, I am so thrilled to have clone teams. Like, I pride myself on it. It took a lot of work.
I know.
I mean, there's been some depraved shit. I've had to trade picks. I had to trade things I didn't want.
Managers you didn't want.
That's not the case. Please don't keep going down that road.
Sorry, Tom. I'm just gonna say like we'll be 90, and I'll be like replacing managers.
The only goddamn manager I've ever replaced, and it wasn't related to my damn trade at all. We had the blow up. Do we have to go down this damn road again?
No, we don't.
I replaced your brother-in-law because the situation was he replaced himself. Just saying, I know.
I was giving you shit before that.
No, I've never replaced anybody. I mean, I've only had to replace it. Like, all right, so that Craig replacement, and then you brought him into your league, and guess what? He's replaced finally, 3 years later now in your league?
Whatever.
It didn't have to do with trades or anything. It had to do with the guy's just not.
Okay, so Sonic says he falls into the clones a lot.
I love clone teams, man. I love it.
I fall into the clones when it's about pickups. So if there's a hot ad.
That's what I'm saying.
Add him and across the board.
A lot of my team is that. That's a lot of what my dynasty teams have become. It's draft picks. Like, do you remember the teams I originally drafted?
I was just gonna say
it was like old dog shit.
Shit and more shit.
And old shit. Like, I mean, Pujols and A-Rod were like my first two picks, okay? And that was many years ago. But and I'm gonna be sad without my Pujols A-Rod combo this year. Damn. Oh, I loved that last year. I wanted to win with that so bad, by the way. Wouldn't that have been glorious to just ride Pujols and A-Rod off into the sunset on that? Like, that would have been beautiful.
You don't even keep them.
I can't. How am I gonna? I mean, maybe I'll redraft them. I don't know. But yeah, like this, that's what I'm saying is most of my team's based on like pickups, rookies, like, prospects, draft picks. And so that's my feeling is if you like a guy once, don't you like him twice? I mean, or thrice in my case. If we had 3 leagues, well, and we do have 3 leagues, and they're all pretty goddamn same, right? Like my pitching staff seems to overlap quite a bit, and a lot of the same prospects, and yeah, that's what I do. I don't know why I don't do it for other like redraft leagues though. My redraft leagues tend to be kind of different. Like I'll try different strategies. That's where I do my different strategies, my different approach, Now there's always still the same. There's some corners.
Well, I mean, you have to in redrafts because so much of that depends on like where you are in the draft, and plus like you can't get the same team in a redraft that you can get in a dynasty league.
Right. Well, but you'd be surprised how if I really wanted to clone up in a redraft league, I could have redraft clone teams, but I don't. I do have a lot of overlap in terms of like cornerstones though, like same thing. Like, Arenado's a guy I really like this year. I'll probably have a fair amount of Arenado in my redraft teams if I'm picking later in the draft. Otherwise, I'm going to be going all pitching again. Last year, I went all pitching. Like last year was the first year I committed to the all pitching strategy, the mostly pitching strategy, and it had to do with where I was picking in the draft. And for the most part, I was middle of the draft, so I was looking Kershaw every time. And in the auction leagues, I kind of stuck with that same thing. But in auction leagues, you're able to, you can craft your team a little more specifically sometimes with the auction. Because again, the only reason you're not going to get a player you want is you didn't spend that extra dollar that somebody else, was willing to, and you weren't. So, but yeah, I got a lot of overlap. I don't know. That's just me.
It happens.
Now, all right. So the opposite of that is too many eggs in one basket, which I've had happen.
Yeah, I mean, one player goes down and you got 4 teams that just fucking take a nosedive.
Too many eggs in the same basket.
That's clone teams for you.
Sometimes it can happen. It can happen. We try not to do it, but it'll happen sometimes. Yeah. All right. Well, sounds like your dogs are going nuts.
Yeah, we're getting a little long, anyways.
Yeah, well, hopefully the announcements were good. Everybody's excited about having a Dynasty team.
And stay tuned for just our FSAA league. If you want to join that, let us know.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a fantasy
hang
sports
out on the website because we'll get the draft sickness and need to jump into the draft.
Right after this, I am itching to draft. So if anybody's sticking around, I'm going to jump onto the website after this. Let's look at a draft. Let's look at a mock draft. I don't know. Something. Let's do something. If anybody's still around, they're up for it. Sounds good?
I wish I could, but I got to go to sleep.
I know. You got monsters.
Kevin's trying to set up the Dynasty League. He can't figure it out. The main thing with the Dynasty Leagues is you don't necessarily set it up to be a Dynasty League. You just give it the settings that you want, whatever the roster positions and scoring and league settings. And then when it comes time to renew the league next year, that's when
it's keeper. That's when you enable the keeper tools for Yahoo or whatever. I don't know how it is on ESPN. I've never done an ESPN Dynasty. I've only done redraft on ESPN.
Right.
So I don't know how to set it up for Dynasty there, but yeah, there's just like enable keeper management tools or something like that. It's like a checkbox literally in Yahoo. So that's how you would, but it's not even necessarily a first year thing. So first year, just make sure everybody knows it's actually a keeper. You don't want to be in the middle of a keeper draft and somebody's like, wait, whoa.
We're doing keeper? So I mean, use the commission tools, make it known.
Yes.
No problem, Kevin. That's why we're here. Glad to help. Look forward to it. And if you're listening to this and you want to join Kevin's
Keeper
League, go
to the website. Kevin should make a post on the message board, and y'all can jump in there. I love it. That's what this website's all about, baby. Good leagues and good managers. All right, let's wind it down. Fantasy gods. Please grant me the serenity. Set my ideal lineup. Courage to add drop managers aggressively. Wisdom.
As always.
Thank you. To make good trades. Amen. Woo.
Motherfucking man.
Yeehaw. Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
All right,
is that it? Are we retiring? Yes.
Yes.
All right, we're retiring. Yes. In honor of Daniel Bryan.
I had to do it through the kazoo.
Too short of a wrestling career. We love our wrestling. I mean, I'm sorry for everybody who's like, wrestling's fake. Yes, it's fake, but is being hit by a chair fake? Or is it entertaining? Because I'm sorry, somebody getting hit by a chair, that's quality entertainment. I'm just saying. I like it. I like it. Honestly, I want to hit somebody with a chair.
I don't watch wrestling anymore, but when I was a kid, I was huge into it.
Well, but you still deep down, you want to hit somebody with a chair.
I still like wrestling. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, like, you want to be hit by a chair and you want to hit somebody with a chair. Because it's just that cool, man.
You know it.
Oh, dude.
All right, so
all right, we need to have a table bet.
Table bet?
Yeah, I want a table bet sometime where we have to like get smashed through a table.
Tom,
what?
I'm not smashing you through a table.
Dude, come on. We could have like a breakaway table. We made a stunt briefcase.
I'm not even gonna slam you through a breakaway table, Tom.
Damn it! I totally want to be slammed through a table. All right, do we have any questions before this shit show's over?
Any questions, anybody?
Type them now. Type fast. Have Stripes type for you. Any questions? Is anybody typing? Is anything happening?
I don't know. There's some fight going on our website.
There's a fight going on? Are there tables and chairs involved? That's my question. But it's on the website, though, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going there. I'm going to cut this podcast off. I'm going to the website. I'm going to get in this fight. I'm bringing a table. I'm bringing a chair. I'm bringing 2 chairs.
We got a whole bunch of people on our website.
Oh, hell, I'm going to get into this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to our website.
All right.
FantasySportsAddicts.com. Hit us up on Twitter after the fight's over at letter F, letter S, the word double, letter A at FSAA. Also, please, again, since this podcast was brought to us by J Money Smooth, don't leave Justin doing all the heavy lifting. Feel free to hit that donate button yourself and buy Ryan a beer.
Please.
All right, thank you. We'll see you next week. Woohoo!
Woo! All right.
Yes, yes, yes.
No more.
It's retired. No.